Hey guys, so this is a quick video I did on removing the intake manifold for an S52 engine on E36 M3. Mine's 1997. So to start it off, what I went in is pulled my windshield wipers out, and then I'm going to pull the tray out, and there's kind of a shield there that blocks off the heater core. I don't have a heater core in my car, so it's not really blocking anything off, but it'll make getting the intake manifold out a lot easier later on. So right now I'm just pulling the nuts from the windshield wipers. Normally they have a little plastic cover on them, so you want to pull that out. Apologize for the focus. The hood latch was kind of right in the way for this shot. So come in and take out both the windshield wipers. Just real quick, the reason I'm doing this video is spent a lot of time looking around trying to find information on removing the intake manifold and kind of piece together a couple threads, and then Wayne's Pelican Parts article, but I found he was not doing an S52, so it was a little confusing, hence the video. Alright. Yeah, again, sorry for the blur. Should clean up in the later clips. So now I'm just removing the tray. You'll have, I believe it's 6 plastic screws. Mine were already off. Pull those out. I find that I have an issue. It kind of does snag on the driver's side hinge, hood hinge, and it takes a little work to kind of wiggle that out over there. Again, this is a video for intake manifold removal for the S52 engine. Alright, now I'm using it's a T20 star thread or star screw, and taking out the screws that are holding that shield in. On mine there are 5 of those guys. First 2 I took out on the top. That's going to release the wiring harness. You could get by with doing just that, but pulling out that shield, if you can, is going to save you a lot of hassle when it comes to undoing the bolts holding the intake manifold off. So if you can pull that out, it's going to save you some headache. It's just weather stripping. Alright, found there's 2 screws on this side. There may originally have been 2 screws on the right side as well. I just had 1 on mine. And again, they're T20 star tip. So definitely going to want an extension. In fact, you're going to want an extension throughout this entire project. You really can't do it without it. And then it just kind of pulls out. It's going to come out to the left. There's a groove on the right hand side, so you can't really pull it out to the right. You do have to pull out to the left. At least on my car, that's how it was. Alright, this is a photo. This is the screw on the right. I'm sorry about it's blurry, but there's a screw on the left and the right. And then these are the top 2 that are holding in the wiring. Alright, so now getting down to tackle the airbox. I believe these were both these might have been 14 millimeter. Pretty much everything was almost for the most part 10 millimeter. There were a couple 11 millimeter. And I think this might have been 14. I'll double check my notes and I'll put in some text when I come back in. So loosening up this bracket here, those are the only two bolts holding in the airbox. So get those two guys out. That's going to be the first step, removing this airbox. And this unit, I ended up just setting it off to the side to kind of get it out of the way. Didn't really mess with it. The other thing holding the airbox in are these two clips. Really simple. Just kind of got to push down and then lift up on them. You could use a screwdriver. I had a little difficulty. Alright, after that, it's just kind of sitting down in there, so you're going to have to shake it around a little bit. Pop right out. Alright, now onto the airflow sensor. Unhook the wiring. And this just has a clamp on it, so loosen that guy up. I believe the clamps were 6 millimeter bolt size, or you can use a flathead screwdriver. There is a spot where you would want the 6 millimeter bolt because the screwdriver can't quite get in at the right angle. Take the unit off, and then come in here at the boot. Definitely want to check out your boot, see if it's got any cracks, what's kind of deteriorating. I went ahead and got a replacement boot that I'm going to put in when I put everything back together. Mine was okay, but I did find there was a couple cracks in the boot that, with a couple more 1,000 miles, might have punched all the way through. So undo both the clamps, and it just kind of slides right off. So the parts that I got before taking everything apart, I got the replacement boot, and I also got the throttle body seal and the intake manifold seals. Probably just going to want to swap those out. So those, I mean, I just picked them up at a local tuner, and you can get them online, so not too big of a deal. I think for me, the cost ran around 80 bucks for the boot and the seals. You might be able to find better if you spend a lot of time looking for them. Alright, sorry, I didn't realize my head was right in the way here. But just taking off the ASC throttle body, just got two bolts. These should be the 10 millimeter, and then the wiring harness attachment. once you get those two, plug it and it should kind of slide off. The throttle cable is still attached, so like I just set it off to the side. Want to be careful not to kind of kink or mess up the cable. Here, getting into their 4, again with 10mm bolts, holding the actual throttle body onto the intake manifold. 2 of them are exposed, they're the bottom 2, really easy to see, and then there are 2 that are kind of hidden in this housing. It's a little obvious, and I've got some photos of them later on where I show you a better angle. I had this magnet. It was great because I couldn't pull them out with my fingers, and the socket didn't want to pull them out, but that worked perfect. It's also great if you end up dropping something down in through there, so really handy to have. So again, there's 4 bolts total holding this guy on, and it does have this seal, so it's kind of stuck on there a little bit. Once you get them out, you kind of have to pry it off. So here I got the top 2, and oh, yep, whoops, there's 4 on here. So that's just me being stupid.